just dropped a ton of silicone. I don't know what that does. Nico, you get over here too.
screen is visible, ma?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yes, yes. 1 second. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the
Good
delay.
evening, ma'am.
I was in the travel. That's why. Really sorry. Okay. Shall we start the session now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Good evening to all. Today we are going to discuss the topic of impact of cyber law on e-commerce. This sessions just explain the relationship between cyber law and e-commerce. Okay. So the cyber law refers to the legal rules and regulations that governs activity on the internet. It covers areas such as online transactions, digital communications, data privacy, even that the cyber security and the cyber crimes also. So the e-commerce means the buying and selling product or services through online platforms. So today the companies like if you take Amazon, Flipkart, even Mizo, it's depend heavily on secured digital systems to conduct the business. So the cyber laws plays a major role in protecting the e-commerce business and customers. Its impact can be understood the following way. First, the legal recognition for online transactions. The cyber laws give legal validity to electronic records, digital signatures, and online agreements. So this makes online shopping legally acceptable and trustworthy. Customers data protections. The e-commerce companies you know collect the customers informations, such as phone numbers, address, and the payment details. So the cyber laws secure that the business protect this sensitive data from misuse and hacking. Then third, the preventive of cyber crimes. If you take that preventive na, the cyber laws help control the especially cyber crimes like online fraud, identify the theft, even that fake websites and payment scams, so which are common in e-commerce activities. Then if you go for building customers trust, that is also one of the impact it's creating, because when customers know the legal protections exist, they feel safer making online payments and sharing personal informations. This increase the customers confident in digital platform. Then regulation of online business. The cyber laws, uh, it's secure, it's ensure that online companies follow ethical practice, even maintain that transparency, even handle the digital transactions responsibility, I mean the responsible way. So for example, if a fake seller cheat the customers on online shopping platform, the cyber laws allow authorities to trace the digital evidence and take the legal actions against the offender. So therefore the cyber law is essential for the growth, security and the smooth functioning of e-commerce business in the digital economy. If you go for that importance of cyber law, because the cyber law, the important is how it play a vital role in protecting the individuals, business, especially online activities in the digital era. So as a technology and the internet usage increase rapidly, the people are depending more on online platform for communication, shopping, banking, educations, entertainment, and some business transaction also. So along with these benefits, the cyber crimes and digital threats are also increasing. To control these issues and provide the legal protections, cyber laws become very important. Now let us understand that each in detail. Protect the online customers. One of the major importance of cyber law in the protection of online consumers. Today, the consumer shares the personal information such as mobile numbers, address, bank details, passwords, and card informations while using the online platforms, right? So, the cyber law ensure that the companies protect this information properly and do not misuse the customers' data. So, it also protect the customers from fake websites, online scam, identified theft, the misuse some personal data, even unauthorized transactions. So if any customers face fraud during online shopping or payment, the cyber law provide legal remedies and help authorities take actions against offenders. Then if you go for secured digital transactions, the digital transaction are the backbone of e-commerce and online banking. So we believe that while we are purchasing, we just to be given that amount many times in advance, right? So that time we strongly believe that maybe if anything goes for wrong, right? For example, undelivery, or if that delay delivery, even some product also it's not quality, right? So that much of things it's happened, maybe the online platform return to our amount within 3 days, within 4 days, like that. So we are strongly believe that, right? So that's why we feel like that the secure digital transaction is the backbone of e-commerce because of trust. So today the people use UPI payment, debit and credit cards, internet banking, even that many times we are using their digital wallets like Google Pay and Phone Pay. So the cyber law gives the legal recognitions to electronic transactions, digital signatures and online agreements. So this makes online business legally valid and trustworthy. So it also ensure safe online payment systems, secure electronic contracts, then protections against payment fraud. So without cyber law, the people may hesitate to use the digital payment system due to fear of fraud and insecurity. If you take one example, when the customers purchase the product from Amazon or Flipkart, okay, and make online payment, the cyber law ensure that the transaction is legally protected and secured. Then prevents the cyber fraud. Cyber fraud is increasingly rapidly in today's digital environment. Because the common cyber crimes include hacking, OTP fraud, fake job offer, online banking fraud, even social media scams, ransomware attacks. So the cyber laws define these crimes and provides punishment for cyber criminals. So it's helped the the police and the cyber crime department investigate the digital evidence and punish the offenders. So this create fear among the cyber criminals and help reduce illegal online activities. Then protect the the business data. The modern business stores a huge amount of confidential information digitally, such as customers database, financial records, even that employee details. So the cyber law encourage the organizations to implement strong cyber security systems to protect this sensitive data from hacking, data theft, and unauthorized access. So the data breaches can cause financial loss, even reputation damage, legal penalties, loss of customers trust. So therefore the cyber law forces companies to maintain data security standards and responsible digital practices. Then build the customers trust. Trust is one of the most important factors. I told that it is the backbone of e-commerce and the online business. So the customers will use online platforms only when they feel their information is secured, their payment are protected, then their rights are legally safeguarded. So the cyber law build confidence among the users by creating a secured digital environment. So when the business follow the cyber laws and maintain proper security measures, the customers feel safe, online transactions increase, business reputations improve, e-commerce growth becomes faster. So this trust is essential for the long term success of digital business. So the cyber law is extremely important in the modern digital world. It protects the customers, secured online transactions, prevent cyber crimes, as well as the build trust among users. So as a e-commerce and digital technologies continue to grow, so the importance of cyber law will become even greater in ensuring the safe and reliable online environment for everyone, right? Then what is that IT Act 2000? Because the government of India introduced this act to provide legal recognitions to electronic transactions and to control cyber crimes in the digital environment. So as a internet usage, the e-commerce, online banking, and digital communications increased, there was a need for a proper legal framework to regulate the online activities. So the IT Act 2000 was created to fulfill this purpose. So first, the legal validity of e-contract. One of the major features of the IT Act is it's give the legal recognition to the electronic contracts or e-contract. So earlier the agreements were mainly made on paper with the physical signature, but in the digital era, the business contact transactions online through email, websites, and digital platforms. So the IT Act says that electronic agreement are legally valid, and another thing is one second. Yes. Online contract or enforceable in court. Digital records can be accepted as legal evidence. So this provisions is extremely important for e-commerce companies, online banking, digital services, online ticket bookings, internet based business. So without legal validity, the online business transactions would not be trustworthy. So when the customers click I agree while purchasing the product online or subscribing to service, it became a valid electronic contract under the IT Act. Okay. So then recognition of digital signature. The IT Act legally recognized the digital signatures and electronic authentication methods. So a digital signature is used to verify the identify of the center, the authenticity of documents, security of electronic records. So the digital signature help ensure that the documents are genuine, secured, not altered during transmissions. So this is very useful, especially online agreement, government e-services, e-filling of tax, even the banking transactions. So the digital signatures reduce the paperwork and support the paperless business operations. Example, nowadays, the companies can digitally sign contract and government forms without physically visiting the office, right? Then next, the punishment of hacking. The another important objective of the IT Act is to control the cyber crimes and punish the cyber criminals. The act provides the punishment for offenses such as hacking, data theft, identify theft, cyber fraud, unauthorized access to systems, even spreading virus, even cyber terrorisms. So if a person legally illegally access the computer systems or damage the digital data, the legal actions can be taken under the IT Act. That provisions also is there. Another thing is the punishment also maybe include imprisonment, even financial penalties, even the compensation for damages. So this help create fear among the cyber criminals and protect the individuals and the organization from cyber attack. Then data protections provisions. The IT Act also contain the provisions related to data protections and privacy. So the organization that collect these sensitive customers informations must the maintain confidentially, protect the personal data, use proper security practices. So the sensitive information include not only password, right? The bank details, health records, personal identification data. So if company fail to protect the customer's data and negligence leads to data breaches, they may face the legal consequences. So this provisions is important because the today business stores huge amount of digital informations involved. Example, if customers payment details leak due to some weak security systems, you just to be imagine the it's affected the users can seek the legal remedies, right? Then amendment 2008 strengthened the privacy rules. The information technology act, I mean the IT Act was amended in 2008. Yes, to strengthen the cyber security and privacy regulations. Okay, Act is 2000 only, but a few amended was taken by 2000, taken in the year 2008 also. So in the 2008, the amended introduced stricter provisions related to data privacy, identify the theft, even cyber terrorism, child pornography, and then electronic fraud, online harassment. So it also increased the penalty for cyber offenses, and it's improved legal mechanisms for investigations. So this amendment, it's become necessary because the cyber crimes were increasing rapidly with the growth of social media, smartphones, and digital banking. So the amendment helped India. It strengthened its cyber law framework and improved the digital security standards. In India, we having such a act is there. Even the global act also, the Middle East countries to follow the different act regarding protection of crime. Even the Western countries making some protections law. So every countries just to follow their some provisions act follow for preventing their data and secure the system of the maintaining their transactions. So to conclude, the IT Act 2000 is the foundation of cyber law in India. So it provide legal recognitions to electronic transactions, protect the digital informations, that support these safe online business activities. So the act has become extremely important in today's digital economy. So where online communication and e-communications are growing rapidly. Then if you go for major cyber crimes, uh, if you take the consideration of major, the first one is hacking. So unauthorized access to your computer systems or network or online account to steal, alter, or destroy data. It's what is the impact of hacking the systems? Because the financial loss, data theft, then privacy violations, then business disruptions, it's happening, right? Another thing is pushing. That is the cyber crime where attractors send fake emails, messages, or websites. The pretending to the legitimate organization to steal sensitive informations. So the impact is bank account theft, the identity also may be misused, then financial fraud. These things it's happen. Then identity theft, that is stealing someone personal informations and using it without permissions for illegal activities. So the impact is financial damage, reputation loss, legal complications. It's possibility is there. Then credit card fraud, that is unauthorized use of someone credit or debit card information for purchasing or money transfer. So automatically the impact is lost money, banking disrupt, then that reduce the customers trust. Another thing is the major cyber crime. Another one is fake online shopping websites. The fraudulent e-commerce websites, it's created to cheat customers by taking payment without delivering product. That financial scam, data theft, customers distrust in e-commerce. These are the impact is possible for using their fake online shopping websites. Then data breaches, that is unauthorized exposure, or leakages of confidential or sensitive data from organization or websites. So the impact is loss of privacy, financial penalties for companies, even damage to brand reputation. So the cyber crimes are increasing rapidly with the digital growth and online transactions. The strong cyber security practices, awareness, and cyber laws are essential, to protect the individual, business, even that government from cyber threats. Next, positive impact for cyber law. First one is secure online transactions. The cyber law help uh, protect online payment, banking transactions and digital communications through legal regulations and cyber security standards. So the impact is safer online banking, protected digital payments, secured e-commerce transactions. Then increased customers confidence. That is also positive impact of cyber law. When the proper cyber law are implemented, the customers feel more confident in using online platforms and digital services, right? Then legal protection. The cyber law provide legal rights and protections to individual and business against cyber crimes and misuse of digital data. So the people feel like that the victims of cyber crime, I mean support for victim of cyber crime, then they feel like that the personal data informations or protections like that. Then reduction in fraud. The strict cyber regulations implemented, the penalties help reduce the cyber fraud, the identity theft, and other online crimes. Then encourage of the digital economy. The cyber law create a secure digital environment that support the growth of e-commerce, fintech, digital marketing, and online business. So the cyber law plays a vital role in creating the safe and trustworthy the digital environment. So it's protect the users, support business, reduce the cyber crime, and encourage the growth of the digital economy and e-commerce sector. Then if you move on to the next slide, impact on digital payments. So the digital payment platforms such as Google Pay, Phone Pay, and Paytm so have transformed the way people make transactions by enabling fast, cashless, and secured payment. So the positive impact of cyber law, that is the cyber law help the protect the customers financial and personal data from unauthorized access. So it's secure, it's ensure secure online transaction through encryptions, then authentications and data protection rules. So the cyber laws reduce the digital frauds by providing legal actions against cyber criminals. It strengthen banking and UPI systems by enforcing cyber security standards and compliance. Then another thing is the customer's confidence in digital payments. It increases when the legal protections and grievances mechanisms are available. So what is the challenges behind? The thing is increasing the cases of UPI scam, QR code fraud, and fake payment links. So these are the challenges they are facing. Apart from that, the cyber criminals using some unauthorized messages, using some sending their unauthorized messages and fake customers care numbers to steal OTPs and banking details. So the lack of awareness among the users, it's lead to financial losses as well as identify theft. So if take one example, the many users receive the fake SMS, right? Even the many films also it's highlighted this much of frauds, right? So the WhatsApp links claiming cashback or KYC updates, when the user click the link and enter the banking details, the scammers misuse the information and transfer the money illegally. So the cyber law play a crucial role in ensuring the safety and the reliability of digital payment platforms. At the same time, the user awareness and the strong cyber security practices are necessary to prevent online payment fraud. Here I'm just giving one few case studies. I'm just to be suggested included these sessions. We can see one by one. First case study here, Facebook data leak. Yes, the background of this case study is Cambridge Analytica. It's collected personal data from millions of Facebook users without their proper consent through a third party applications. So the collected data was uh, you know um, allegedly used for political advertising and voter profiling. So the impact of this violation is the privacy violation. That is, the user's personal information was accessed and misused without permission. Right? So another thing is loss of trust also. The public trust in social media platforms and digital data security decreased significantly. Then legal actions. The government and the regulatory authorities investigated the issues, and Facebook faced heavy fine and legal scrutiny. So the awareness on data protection is the incident increased global discussions on cybersecurity, digital privacy, and stricter data protection laws. The cyber law relevances highlighted the importance of data privacy and user consent. Then encouraged stronger cyber security regulations and compliance policies. Then the Facebook Cambridge is the Cambridge Analytica, the case become one of the biggest example of data misuse in the digital era. So it showed why the strong cyber laws and ethical handling of user data are essential, especially protecting the privacy and maintaining the customers' trust. So this case studies, it's clearly explained how the cyber security invention is needed. Then if you go for second case studies, Flipkart big billion days sale. Okay, so the background of this case study is Flipkart launched the big billion day. So the sale campaign with huge discount on electronics, fashion items, household product likewise. So due to extremely high customers traffic and technical issues, the platform faced several operational and cyber security related challenges. So here the issue faced is website crashes. Heavy user traffic caused the website and mobile app to slow down to crash. Another thing is order cancellations. The many confirmed orders were later cancelled because of inventory and system issues. Another issue is fake discount complaints. The customers complained that some prices were increased before the sale and then showed as discount. Then even another issues also, some payment and transactions problems also. Some users face the failed payment transactions and delayed refunds. So these what are the impact should be created, these issues? The first impact is negative publicity. The social media and the news platforms, it's criticized the company for poor management for the sale event. Then customers dissatisfactions. The many customers lost trust due to the cancellation of orders and technical failures. Then reputation damage also. So the incident affected the brand names of Flipkart in the competitive e-commerce market. So this case is highlighted the importance of strong server secured payment systems and transparent pricing practice. That is need for better cyber infrastructures. This case studies, it strongly suggested we need to make the better cyber infrastructures. Then that cyber law relevance also, that is the consumer protections laws and cyber regulations are important in e-commerce transactions, right? So the Flipkart, the big billion day case, it's demonstrated that large scale e-commerce platform must maintain these strong technical infrastructures, cyber security measures, and customers transparency to ensure trust and smooth digital transactions. Then next cases is Domino's Pizzas. Yes, in that background of that Domino's, especially that India data breaches, the background of the case study is the Domino's is forced a major data breach incident in which customers' information was reportedly leaked online by hackers. So the incident raised serious concern about that cyber security and customers' data protections in online food delivery platforms. So the data exposed customers' name, phone numbers, the delivery address, order related details. So here the impact is secured concern. The customers feared misuse of personal informations for fraud, spam calls, and especially for pushing their unwanted mails. So the reputation damages also it's created. This incident that negatively affected the public trust in the company's digital systems and data secured practices. So the privacy issues also happened. The breach highlighted the risk involved in strong, large amount of the companies handling that customers data, they must implement strong cyber security measures and data protection policies. So the cyber laws emphasize the importance of securing personal informations and preventing unauthorized access. So the organization may face the legal actions, penalties, and regulatory security for weak data security practice. So the Domino's India data breach case, it's demonstrate the growing importance of cyber security in e-commerce and online service platform. So it highlighted the need for strong data protection system. The first case studies, right? The first case studies, the Facebook, it's just to be given for us for detail, the highlight of how the cyber security system is needed. The second Flipkart case studies, it's ensure that how much the cyber infrastructure is needed. In the third case studies, Domino's, it's properly explaining how the data protection system is needed, how the regular security audit and responsible handling of customers' information is needed. So these case studies, it's helpful for us clearly to give us the information to maintain trust and business reputations. And next case studies, it's saying that the next case study is Amazon fake reviews. So the in on Amazon's, some sellers use the fake positive reviews and rating to attract the customers and increase the protect sales. In some cases, the competitors and posted fake negative reviews to damage rival products, and business. So here the issue is misleading informations. The customer influenced by false rating and reviews while making purchasing decisions. Then unfair competition also. The sellers faced disadvantages compared to sellers using fake promotional practices. Then another thing is the customers' rights violations. The customers were, deceived into buying low quality or unsuitable product. So the loss of transparency also. The fake reviews reduce the trust in online marketplaces and digital customers systems. So here the impact is the customers experienced dissatisfactions after purchasing the product based on misleading reviews. Then brand creditability and platform trust were negatively affected. Then another major impact is e-commerce platforms had to strengthen monitoring the systems to detect the fake reviews and suspicious, the sellers' activities. So the cyber law relevance of this case study is the cyber law and the customers protections law help prevent the deceptive online business practices. The legal regulations encourage the transparency, fair competitions, and customers protections in e-commerce. So the Amazon fake reviews case highlighted the importance of ethical online business practices and strict cyber regulations. The strong monitoring systems, the customers awareness, and legal actions are necessary to maintain the trust and fairness in digital marketplaces. Then what are the I hope that the 5 case studies, right? The case studies, it's helpful for you for understanding what is the basic important role occupied in that cyber law, especially involving in the e-commerce area, right? Now we are discuss about what are the challenges in cyber laws. So the first challenge is fast changing technology. The technologies develop very quickly, and cyber laws often struggle to keep the pace with new digital platforms. So the artificial intelligence, hacking methods, and online fraud techniques. So continuous updates in law regulations are necessary. Second one is international cyber crimes. The cyber crimes can be committed from any countries, making investigations and legal actions difficult. So the different countries have different cyber laws, which create the challenges in international cooperations and enforcement. Then lack of awareness. Many users are unaware of cyber threats such as fake websites, identity theft, online scamming. So the limited cyber security awareness increase the risk of financial fraud and data misuse. Then fourth challenges is difficulty to tracking criminals. The cyber criminals often hide their identity using fake account, anonymous systems. So this makes the tracing and identifying the offenders a complex task for law enforced agencies. So another thing is, apart from these four, that is fast changing technologies, international cyber crimes, lack of awareness, difficulty to tracking the criminals. Apart from that, some additional challenges also behind, like data privacy and protection issues, shortage of cyber security experts, then weak cyber security infrastructures, then the rapid growth of digital transaction in online business. So the cyber law essential for the protecting the digital systems and online users, but effective implementations required updated regulations, international cooperations, advanced technologies, and public awareness about cybersecurity practices. So here I'm just giving a few suggestions for better cybersecurity and cyber law implementations. Especially here I'm giving the suggestions for government. The government side, the implementation, the strong cybersecurity policies and strict cyber laws. So strengthen the national cybercrime investigation systems and digital monitoring. So conduct the awareness program on cyber security and digital literacy. So encourage the international corporations to control global cyber crimes. If you go for business, right, so they invest in advanced cyber security systems and data protection technologies should be involved. Then regular update software, firewalls and security infrastructures implementations. Then conduct the cyber security training for employees. Then ensure the secure online payment systems and gateway for customers data privacy. If for customers, what suggestions here we are ensured, that is the practice safe online behavior while using the websites and digital payments. That is most important. If any app you are using their digital payment, first of all, you want to be you want to be control your behavior while using their websites. Don't give without access to give that allow. That is also, it's a major concern about their customers. Second one is avoid clicking unknown links and sharing their OTP or passwords. Then use the strong password and two factors authentications. Even nowadays, if just log in our social media, we just to be protect their two factors authentication, it's better for us. Then a regulatory update devices and applications for better security. So the cyber security is a shared responsibility of government, business and customers. So the strong cyber laws, advanced security systems and public awareness together help the create the safer and more trustworthy digital environment. If you go for conclude for today's sessions, the cyber law play a vital role in ensuring safe e-commerce operations, secure digital payment, the customer trust and sustainable business growth. It help protect the business and consumers from cyber crimes, especially data breaches, online frauds, then the privacy violations. So the strong cyber security practices and effective cyber laws create the confident among the users, especially encourage the growth of digital economy. We can finally say the key message: secure digital platforms create the successful digital business. So guys, you having any doubts, please ask me. Or otherwise you feel like that want to be something, it's want to be some details you want for any cases what we have discussed here, or e-commerce related things you want to be, yes, you want to be discussed, please share with me. Any doubt, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you.
almost 30 participants are here. At least 5 minutes we go for some discussions, general discussion about e-commerce. What do you think about you, in your perspective, about their cyber law, cyber crimes, everything? everyone to face the problems, right? The day by day, at least in our lifetime experience, we face some crimes like there's a few people's made that call to share your OTP, such a thing, right? We have faced. So share your experience, or what is your perspective about their cyber crimes now, the after invention of AI. How you feel like that it's really the apps where I mean the uh, ops or the mobile some social medias, it's really secured, or after AI interventions that the theft may be happen in heavily. What is your perspective? Anyone? Are you got my point? After AI intervention, how the cyber crime, yes, maybe it's reduced or increased. What is your point? What is your perspective?
I mean, it's increased
Okay. Uh-huh. How you
because
say that?
it's diff
How you say that?
you
For example, if AI in cyber crime management na detecting the suspicious activities and fraud, then the monitoring their network security in real time, then support the AI, it's supporting the digital investigations, even especially automatic threat response systems, everything we can find out. Yes, Jitin. So how you feel? How you said that it will be increased?
ma'am, same AI is also using by these hackers also. So definitely they can overcome the situation. Same technology, and they are
So
well
you
aware of
feel
that.
like that to compare the customers frauding people's having their act as a very smart.
Definitely, ma'am. We already faced that such a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Nearby time, our company recently updated all security system. After
Mm-hmm.
that, they attacked some of our peoples, especially department wise. They know which are the peoples who handling caches and all, and we are all affected. They take all
Yes,
the
yes.
details,
Okay.
each and every one details. Whose are the
Okay.
peoples? What is their position? Every details, each and minute details from our working
Yes,
location,
yes.
nearby
Actually,
location, everything, each and every person's mobile number, everything they hack.
okay. Fine.
So
Actually, 2 days back, one anti-terrorism day we are celebrated. Do you aware about that anti-terrorism day?
no,
21st May. Okay. So in that anti-terrorism day, I just to arrange in my call in my university, I just to be arrange one guest resource persons regarding their anti-terrorism day related things. That person, it's a VC of Gujarat Sardar Patel University. He shared very clearly about that nowadays that the terrorism is no longer limited for physical attract alone. It has now expanded into cyber crime, online propaganda, then even that financial frauds and technical threats. So they are highlighted the business environment, especially connected with global finance, digital transactions, banking systems, the cyber security, especially international trade. So the understanding the modern terrorisms and the cyber threats help the it's majorly now they are involved to compare the previous. So after AI interventions, a lot of things is happen. The terrorism previously we think that yes, from bullet itself the terrorism should be expanded. Now it's not like that. The bite, yes, from bullets to bites, the terrorism should be sifted. Yes, correct, I agree your points also. Apart from that, any other students, your perspective, your opinion about that? Okay, you don't have any discussions in that point. Please leave that sessions. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Jitin. Thank you for
ma'am.
participation. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Bye.